So if I ever want to replicate Is it? I had the sound. Where the So you guys kissed. You did. Oh, come on. You did. I saw everything. I even came closer. I was listening to the tunes like, oh, Beekay. And then I had the sound. Actually, you wanted to kiss someone during tonight. Tomorrow, you want me to be a Valentine. And then Nate, she's here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, last night's drama was worth the wait. Yes. Now, it was nothing too hectic. It wasn't a toxic type of drama, but it was quite entertaining. Yeah. And I think for the first time in a long time this season, I thoroughly enjoyed the Thursday night pool party. Because, see, if the housemates have fun, we would definitely have fun as well, because it is from their experience that we draw entertainment from, right? And so last night, it was very obvious that these housemates were quite excited about the whole spirit of Val's Day, and they were quite intentional as well, about having fun. And oh my goodness, it was just enjoyable. It was very entertaining as well. I, for one, enjoyed the walkway thingy they did. Yes, for Mr. and Mrs. Valentine. Oh my God, it was so hilarious watching the guys loosen up. I mean, I knew that the girls would loosen up definitely, because the girls, they always know how to rock. But the guys, sometimes they're kind of uptight, because this season almost everybody has a relationship on the outside. Almost everybody has a partner on the outside, and they have been unashamedly declaring their relationship status to one another. So even when you see two people trying to do free lamza here and there, ladies and gentlemen, they are aware that it is for the game. There's nothing attached to it. And even yesterday, in the arena during their wager presentation, Big Brother had given them the opportunity to speak about their ideal partner. I mentioned on my previous video that they had all taken out time to eulogize their partners on the outside. And I was so proud of the guys, especially, who had baby mamas, right? And they kept on saying that, they found their partner for life. They found their partner for life, which is, I don't want to question anybody's choices in life, but what struck me from that their wage representation was that the guys, especially that have a child or 3 kids, like Melino, like Abobo, talking about, they found their queen for life. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just propose and marry this person? Yeah. You still calling the person your partner, your girlfriend. Like Melino, a woman has 3 kids for you and you've not wifed her, but you are saying that you have found your partner for life. So I don't understand. Is there nothing like making it official? What are you guys doing? But anyways, this video is not about that. This video is about the pool party and after the pool party. Ladies and gentlemen, Jojo won Mrs. Valentine, and what's his name now? Muzi won Mr. Valentine. And it was such a beautiful moment. It was quite entertaining, that whole walkway situation. The guys tried as much as possible to make it freaky. Abobo was struggling with whipped cream. He was trying to be Mr. Sexy, and the whipped cream was refusing to come out of the can. The guy was getting frustrated. He was like, fuck. The thing was refusing to come out. And there was Sweet Gulliver. That guy, that guy is crazy. This guy was doing his walk, and the girls, of course, they were trying to touch him, and he was like, he did not want them to touch him. Like, dude, calm down. I beg, calm down. We know that you say that, you fell in love with Ashley Ogle. We know, but calm down. It's a game. Play the damn game. It's okay. We know. But yeah, it was quite entertaining to watch as well. And there was Muzi. In fact, I knew that that guy was going to win the moment he went on the floor. I was doing that Magic Mike stunts dance, guys. It was so funny to watch. Yeah, all the guys, they did great. All the ladies as well, they did great. Yes, and it was so funny watching Uyanda. Uyanda did not know what to do with himself in that front row seat. This guy was just, he was shy. He was shy. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, after the pool party, it was all fun inside the house. You know, some of the housemates were dancing. A lot of them were actually intoxicated. Yes, they were intoxicated. Muzi was wasted. Beekay as well was wasted to some extent, yes, and was kind of moving around the girls. Oh, I forgot to mention that during the pool party, Beekay was in the jacuzzi with Nsuku. Now, guys, see ya. A lot of the things that Beekay was doing last night, I wasn't particularly surprised because this guy had been telling Big Brother and Nate that there are certain things he wants to do. He wants to stir the pot. He wants to instigate things. He wants to use people's weakness against them. And the moment he was saying all of those things, I knew that he wanted to go for Nsuku and Mshini. He also wants to go for Nate. But what this guy doesn't understand is that Nate is like 10 steps ahead of him in this game. Like, you cannot break that girl's heart. You know, she might have feelings for you, but because he keeps on telling Nate what he wants to do, she is already thinking ahead of him. So she already knows to guard her emotions and not to give a reaction, but instead to feel the situation and watch the other girls react and burn. But then the interesting part about this whole drama is that the other girls, Nsuku and Mshini, they know that this guy is playing games. Nsuku especially has told Mshini that, look at what this guy is doing. Let's play him together. And they kind of wish that Nate was going to join them, you know, so that the three of them as girls would play Beekay. But Nate is playing a solo game. So Nsuku last night was advising Mshini that, listen, this guy is trying to play both of us. So let's play him together. Play along, but then use him, play him, you know. And Mshini said, okay, that she was going to see how she can work it out. But then last night, it began to look as though Mshini might not have the heart to play Beekay because there was conversations upstairs. You know, Nsuku, Mshini, there was also Pili late. We're having conversations. And then they noticed that Beekay was, you know, beneath the sheets with, what's her name, Nate. He was still lying in his bed. And Nate was also lying in hers. But you know the way they usually lay at night and have their conversations? Beekay's head this way, Nate's head this way, upside down. So they wanted to create the impression that they were actually locking lips beneath the duvet. And so they had both covered, you know, each other with their duvets. And the people upstairs, they were speculating, oh my God, what are they doing? Are they kissing? Are they kissing? Now, Mshini was more touched because Beekay had asked her to be his Valentine today. Funny thing is that prior to Beekay asking Mshini to be his Val, Nate at first asked him to be her Val, but he had rejected Nate. Now, according to Mshini, it was playful. But with that whole shenanigan they were doing beneath the sheets last night, Mshini, I don't know if she was really hurt or if she was serious or if she was just playing along. She had decided to go and investigate what was going on. And so whilst those two were beneath the sheets and they were talking, they were whispering. Obviously, they weren't doing anything. They were not even kissing at all. It was very obvious because at some point, they pulled down the duvet from their head and they were looking upstairs. So they knew that people were talking about them. So they wanted to continue doing whatever they were doing. And so Mshini had gone downstairs. She was eavesdropping on what they were talking about, and she was gesticulating to people upstairs that nothing was going on, you know. But then at some point, I don't know if she heard sounds, whether they were pretending to be kissing or they were actually kissing. We don't know what's going on beneath the sheets. But then she had pulled off the duvet to expose both of them, and clearly they were not doing anything, you know. And like a dramatic wife or girlfriend that was getting cheated on, she was questioning Beekay, what were you doing? What were you doing? You asked me to be your Val tomorrow. What are you doing? What are you doing? So it was funny as hell because everybody was laughing. But then Beekay said, okay, you know what? Let's talk outside. So they went to the lounge just outside the door because everybody was going to hear them anyways. And she was asking him, what are you doing? You know, so he said nothing, that we're not kissing. So she was insisting that they were kissing. I was like, we're not kissing. And for her, She wanted to know why he was doing what he was doing because, dude, you asked me to be your Val tomorrow, and now tonight you're doing stuff with Nate. What's that all about? And BK, tried to be a player. The guy was asking her, okay, why are you asking? You and I, we have partners outside. I have my partner outside. You have your partner outside. And we know about our partners. So why are you asking me if I'm kissing Nate? See, the moment this guy asked Mshini that question, guys, I said, hey, okay. I'm beginning to enjoy whatever type of game BK is playing at this point. Yes, talk about stirring the pot. Talk about riling people up. I love it. I mean, guys, who would have thought that BK would have the audacity to pull off such a game? Because we know that from week one, this guy has just been chilled, not really doing anything, not really pulling his weight in terms of chores. You guys, it's like it's just a furniture, but watching him from last week, the way this guy has been, trying to be seen by the kind of games playing, obviously playing a type of Tabangs game. I mean, guys, I say from day one that this guy is going to be the new Tabang, following the older women in the house and trying to play all of them. It's looking interesting already, and I'm enjoying it. But what is making it more entertaining is the fact that he thinks he can play Nate, but Nate is 10 steps ahead of him. Because Nate was just laughing about that whole situation last night. She wasn't touched. And, that was where his conversation with Mshini ended. And also even speaking about Nate, Tyrone had quickly ran downstairs. There was also Jojo. They were trying to know the truth, if really Nate and BK kissed. And also there's been speculations around the house that these two people do not have a platonic relationship, that they're actually in a romantic relationship, because according to most of the girls in the house, whenever any of them tries to get close to BK, just to even sit down to have a conversation, Nate just shows up from nowhere. She's always hands-on. She's always overprotective and clingy and possessive, so especially Mandy Hagan. Nate had mentioned last night to Tyrone and Jojo and then to Muzi that, it looks like Mandy is fighting her because of BK. That after the pool party, BK was in the bathroom and Mandy was there, and then Melino had called her, Nate, come and see, because Melino also thinks that they are dating. And then she had gotten there, and Mandy was quite upset with Melino that, Nate, I don't understand. Do you own BK? Why are you always showing up? Do you own BK? So Nate, she was just laughing because these people actually think that she and BK, they are romantically involved when they are not. Guys, the whole thing was just so hilarious last night, and it's beginning to look like a crazy entanglement situation. But remember, it is not. BK is trying to create that situation, and Nate is trying to assist him, right? But in as much as she's trying to assist him, she wants to be the puppeteer. She wants to be the puppet master and not one of BK's puppet. But BK, on the other hand, actually thinks he is the puppet. He thinks that he's got everything under his control, like he's the one pulling the strings, but he is not the one. Nsuku, on the other hand, is not BK's puppet, because BK thinks that he is the puppet master to Nsuku and Mshini, but he is not. So guys, you see the whole fun of this whole thing. The one that thinks he has control is actually not the one that has control. It's actually the one that is being used for game. So in other words, these ladies are using BK to play their game, whilst BK is thinking that he is the one using them to play their game. And guys, am I mad about it? Absolutely not. Because as far as I'm concerned, the house has been boring enough. So they are giving us the content we signed up for. Yes. And speaking about the house being boring, ladies and gentlemen, Nate was having a drunken conversation with Muzi last night. And yes, it was Muzi that was quite wasted, and it was a funny conversation. But then Nate was saying that the house was boring. The only thing they care about now is food and task and wager, that they need to do stuff. They need to stir things up. And you see, Nate is crazy. She was saying all of those things to Muzi because, Muzi was intoxicated, and Muzi was confiding in her that from the look of things, Mandy Hagan and Nsuku, they are sort of dragging him. In other words, they are fighting for him, you know. Nsuku already has always been there, but Mandy now, who he had a thing with in the very beginning, you know, and he has stopped now. Mandy is trying to get back into that situation, and that is the reason why Mandy does not like Nsuku, because Mandy wants him, you know. So dude was saying that all this fight they are fighting over him, it's fake, because he knows that on the outside they will not even give him the attention. They will not even look at him twice, you know. So whatever they are doing it for the cameras, you know. So that was why Nate was telling him that, well, the house is boring. You know, what are you going to do about it? In other words, she's indirectly telling him to act on it, you know, go with the flow, use it to create drama, because the house is boring. There's nothing really happening. But Muzi was not really getting the memo, because the guy was wasted. And I'm thinking, this is not the kind of conversation you have with someone that is actually drunk. You have such a conversation with the person when he's sober, so that he will think about it and act upon it. Yup. That is how it should be. But guys, last night I was giving Nate her flowers, because this girl, you could tell that she was really busy calculating her moves, and she was executing stuff, and it was just quite interesting and entertaining. And it was nice to see, because remember, as I said, the house has been pretty chilled. Nothing major has been happening, you know. And even speaking about something major, last night there would have been a heated altercation between Mata and whoever she was ranting about or ranting at. But then I don't know why. You know, the same Mata that claims that certain housemates are being cowards by not confronting people that they have issues with, that's the same Mata that was just going around calling someone a coward. You know, saying the person is useless, the person does not have balls. Meanwhile, she was not naming names. So she was ranting and ranting and ranting and ranting and ranting. Uyanda and Abobo and Mandy, they were laughing in their beds, because for them, who is this one going crazy about? Nobody is even responding to you. Nobody is asking you what's up, what's happening. You're just ranting by yourself. If you want to fight, go and meet the person you want to fight and call the person's name and say, you, I'm talking to you. You're not doing that. So why are you making so much noise? And guys, even for me, it was so funny, because the cameras was not even on her. The cameras did not give her attention, because she was not naming names. She was not even going to the person. And then later on, everybody had gone to bed. And at midnight, she was in the kitchen looking for food, like somebody that was wasted. And she was like, I don't like rude people. I don't like disrespectful. If you disrespect me, I'm not going to like you. I'm like, girl, please go and sleep. You only call the person's name. Let us know that somebody pissed you off, and then go and fight the person. Stop making noise here and there. Because guys, it was just so annoying. It was so annoying. And for me, I felt like it was just a waste of drama, because you could have easily called the person's name, go and attack the person, give us some drama. You're the one that's saying that you want to stir the pot. You want to stir the pot, but you don't have the balls to stir the pot. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed last night, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen today. People that have chosen their vow for the day in the house, I would love to see what will happen. And also, I have this feeling that Big Brother has got gifts for the housemate, because during the diary session on Tuesday, he had told them to name 5 things that they would love to have from the real world if they were to have the opportunity. And they had all named what they wanted. And majority of the housemates, aside food from their homes, home cooked meals, they want to speak to their partners. Yes, they want to speak to their partners. They want to see their partners. So guys, I don't know how today's going to pan out. Whatever happens, I will give you all the juicy tea. But in the meantime, that is it for this video. Go ahead, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Thanks for watching, and have an amazing day. Bye.